Now that you can see me, and you can also see a hand cursor, it is time to dig a little bit deeper into the concepts of Kinect interaction. As you know, Kinect interaction is essentially a way to turn your hand into a pointer device. This is called hand tracking. As I move my hand around, you can see that the hand pointer is not glued to my hand. In fact, there is a rather complicated algorithm that maps my hand's position in 3D space to a 2D coordinate system on the screen. This algorithm takes into account a lot of things, including the estimated length of my arms, how far my hand was from my body when I raised it, and so on. This 3D space, which is mapped to the screen, is called the Physical Interaction Zone, or PHYZ for short. The Kinect can identify 6 users and track the skeleton for 2 of them. Kinect interaction works similarly. However, just as you can only have one mouse for your computer, it is practical to only have one hand of one person controlling the pointer with Kinect interactions. Here is how this works. Let's say we have one user in front of the Kinect with both hands lowered. If the Kinect can see both hands, then these hands are tracked. If the user raises his right hand, he becomes the primary user, his right hand becomes the primary hand of this user, and also becomes the interactive hand with the Kinect cursor attached to it. If he now raises his left hand without lowering the right one, the right hand remains his primary and interactive hand. However, when his right hand is lowered, the left hand will become primary and interactive. When he drops his left hand, none of his hands will be interactive or primary, and also we will no longer have a primary user. If a second user enters the scene and raises her hand, she will become the primary user, and her raised hand will become her primary hand and interactive hand for the system. Now, if the first user raises his hand, he will have a primary hand, but he won't get to be the primary user, and his hand won't be interactive until she gives up control by lowering both of her hands, just like real life. Kinect interaction can also track the state of the hands. It can determine whether a hand is open or closed into a fist. This is called the gripping state. The system can also detect a forward pressing motion, similar to pressing a button on the wall. These hand states are used by the Kinect button control and the scroll viewer. I will show these controls next.